Hey guys, what's up? It's ours, and I'm back. We're still with the Facecam and still with Asagao Academy. What I'm glad about Asagao Academy is if you noticed from my past Pokemon videos, I haven't really been into it or into commentating, but I'm really enjoying playing Asagao Academy, so I'm glad this is working out. Shane was at his desk, giving me a look. Do you mind? I'm trying to work. Oh, sorry about that. I looked to the door. It was too late to leave, but I didn't want to be stuck by myself with a guy who clearly hated me. I sat down at my desk and looked at my hands. This is the quietest place I can find in the mornings.
Really?
Really? Not the library? Shane shook his head. I see. I'll try not to bother you. He shook his head again. You're fine. Do whatever. It'd be awkward if I just sat there like that. So, what are you working on? Shane looked at me, and for a moment I thought he wasn't going to answer. Then he waved me over. I crossed the room to his desk and looked over his shoulder. Several sheets of paper with lightly checked outlines lay in front of him. It looked like they were for comics? You draw comics? Yeah. What about? Well, about what? I mean, they're both the same. He shrugged. Whatever. He said it with a touch of finality, so I skipped to another topic. Do you mind if I ask where you're from? Could you not tell by my accent? I'm from England. This is my second year. Oh. I don't know. He continued to draw, etching in the lines of a British flag above what looked to be a government building. Do you miss it? He finished his shading a line before responding. I guess my whole family is there. You're by yourself. Why did you come here? Class will start soon. Don't you have something to work on? Ouch. Taking a hint, I went back to my desk. Suddenly, the door slammed open.
Hey!
Hey! We got here early. What? No. Wonderful. Oh, Hannah. Shane, look. It's like the four of us. We should stir up some trouble. Trouble? Hell no, I ain't stirring up no trouble. Let's plant an egg on Miss Shizuka's chair, eh? I bet she'd think it was hilarious.
No.
No. Oh boy! No. Come on. I bet it could find an exploding bird or two dive bomb us during class.
No.
No. I bet you could probably bake her a cake.
Really?
The heck is wrong with you? Shane was more than an ocean away from his family and friends. I was only 2 hours away from my dad, yet I missed him so much. Was Shane homesick at all? Oh, he is homesick. I'll tell you that much. He is homesick. Soon, other students filled the room, and Maya joined me at my desk, asking why I abandoned her. I filled her in on the situation. She had a good laugh, but as the clock ticked closer to class, I felt like something was missing. Eventually, I realized that was PBG. PBG wasn't in the class yet. The bell rang. Miss Shizuka came in and class began, but still he was nowhere to be found. Where was he? The real problem that causes grinding to be necessary is RPGs. If you ask me, is that the whole system is flawed? Miss Shizuka is on a tangent again. She must have gotten stood up. Class was nearly over and PBG still hadn't shown. I was worried, but no one else seemed to care. That kid always misses class. Still, what if he was sick? Why didn't anyone care? At the sound of the second bell, Miss Shizuka jumped. Oh, well, turn the two-page reflection on why the human species as a whole has the emotional range of a teaspoon. Due tomorrow. She definitely got stood up. Miss Shizuka? I stood and dashed to her desk. Yes, Hannah? PBG wasn't in class today, and I can take notes. I can take his notes to him if you need. Oh, Hannah, you're a godsend. Miss Shizuka's eyes widened. She leaned over her desk and pulled into a hug. It's wonderful to see our youth have hope. Hannah? She pulled away and stared into my eyes. Don't give up on love. You're young. If PBG is the one you want, you have my blessing. Here, take these papers. Whoa. She shoved the hands out from today's class into my hands and gathered her fangs. Bless your heart. She left the room crying. Ah, poor Fang. She must have really liked this one. Does this happen often? Often enough. So you're talking to that PBG? Yeah. But now that I think of it, I don't know his room number. 402. How? It's next to Jared's room, so of course I'd notice him leaving in the mornings. Ah. I've got tryouts, so I won't be able to go with you. Good luck, though. I'm sure he'll be happy to see you. I told you, I don't think he feels that way. I agree with you. Before I could say anything more, she left the room. Huh. Okay, so we back here. 400, 401, 402, here it is. I paused in front of his door, my heart in my throat. Hold up. What if I, Oh no, that ain't gonna help. Sorry. If the screen didn't move, but like slowed down. I'm sorry. Paused in front of his room, my heart in my throat. I suddenly felt horribly stupid about bringing this to him. It wasn't like he would ever even look at it. He said himself that he hated school. But what if he was dying in there? John went to the drama club. He wouldn't be back for a few hours. Sucking it up, I knocked on the door. Who is it? It's Hannah. I brought some notes for you. The door swung open. Before I could finish my sentence, PWG beamed down at me.
Hannah!
Hannah! Hey!
Hey!
Hi. Come in, come in. Thanks. Oh my gosh, this guy got the nice sheets, yo! Yo, my boy got the duck hunt freaking trees. Yo, my boy's got the classic altar. Hold it, is that an NES? Is that hold it. That's a Super NES. That's an NES. And then you got some games. Yeah, they're like the cartridges. You got soccer. My boy got the double computer, the 2 monitors. Are you serious? That's awesome. That's amazing. I stepped into the messy room. That is not a messy room. That is not a messy room in the slightest. Those posters are put perfectly. He has those books aligned, and then he even has his games organized. Yo, what are you talking about messy? Put his line in a small harvest. New plushies were piled up on one of the beds, which I assumed to be PBG's. A TV was on in the center of the room. Turby twinkled happily from the pause menu. You're playing Vidges? Oh yeah. PBG closed the door behind me. I didn't feel like going to class today, so I thought I'd stand and do some work. Work? Well, we do have a tournament coming up, so this kinda counts. Alright, I brought you the stuff we went over in class. Oh, thanks. He took the papers out of my hands and set them on the desk next to a small stack of manga. Manga, I don't care. I'm glad you're feeling well. Were you worried that I was sick? Sorry. But that's adorable, so I'm kind of happy about it. What? Do you want to hang out? We have to work on our project at some point anyways, right? Well, I didn't really have anything else planned. Great! He plopped into a beanbag and slapped a pillow next to him. Do you want to play? I'm not too good at games. I think I'll just watch. Okay then. He unpaused the game. Turby sprinted across the screen, shooting fireballs from his mouth. Ooh, nice. PBG and I didn't talk much. Instead, I commented on the game and laughed at him when he died. Before I knew it, the sun was saying that I had to leave. You're welcome back anytime. Actually, we're having a Stomping Sisters tournament in 2 days. You can come if you want.
Really?
Really? Yeah, sure.
See ya.
Awesome. It'll be at noon in this room. I'll see you there. I left the dorm and stepped out into the fading sunlight. The air was warm, filled with the smell of freshly cut grass. Hey, you better remember to go to that thing. I couldn't put my finger on it, but something about being around PPG was comforting. Shaking my head, I went back to the dorms.
Hey!
Hey, Maya. How did tryouts... Oh! Hannah, your eyes! Don't move! Before I could flip on the light switch, something warm collided with me and my eyes were covered. What's going on? Stop squirming. You'll ruin it. Ruin what? Just follow my lead, okay? Maya guided me through the room, telling me where to step. Down. She put her hand on my back, folded me in half, inching me into something that felt like it had rope. Almost done. What exactly was going on?
Yay!
And ta-da! I gasped. What we got? Maya, what is this? What does it look like? It's a pillow fort. I've been looking forward to this for ages. What the heck? Pretty decent pillow fort though, if I do say so myself. How'd you get it on top? That thing is hard. That is hard to make. I've tried to make pillow forts. You can gain that roof. Ooh, that thing is not easy. Tryouts already happened. I made the team easy. I left early because I wanted to set this up for you. For me? Well, for us. You've been such a good friend to me, Hannah. I'm so glad we got to be roommates. I wanted to do something for you to make you feel more at home. I've seen how panicked you can be going around school. I don't know what happened in your life, but Asagao is your fresh start, right? You've got me and you've got this whole school and normal boots too. If you're up for it, this can be your new life. You don't ever have to look back. And now, this is when we can play. Maya...
Yeah!
Yes! I knew it! I totally knew you were going to cry.
Perfection.
I guess this means I was successful. Ah, Maya, you've done it again. Maya! Oh, crap. I slammed her into a hug. Whoa, be careful. You don't want to break it. This fort took me forever. Maya, I was bullied at my old school. That's why I came here. It was only because my dad gave up everything to afford it. I thought you wouldn't like me, and I have a hard time trusting people. But if you want to, I think we could be best friends.
Oh, no.
Of course I'm gonna cry! Let's be here, and let's be friends. I'm so happy. Me too. Together, we're unstoppable. That's a lie. I'll say. Let's hook up. Let's hook you and Jared up. Whoa. Whoa. I can't even speak to you without self-destructing. Kaboom! It's fine. There's no way he couldn't fall for you, baby. Oh, yeah? And no one's caught your eye yet? I'd say there's more than a few suitors on your horizon. Aren't you gonna give it a shot? Me? Dating? Maya shifted across the fort Maya made, the stuffed rabbit sitting on my bed, the window with the view of Asagao's manicured lawn. My life changed so much so quickly. You know, maybe I could.
Yeah!
Aw, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, I prepared some activities for us to do. Look, she pulled out a tablet and opened an app. We're going to marathon you through Vavatar. I don't know. Too late. She pressed play. As evening faded into night, we huddled in the blanket fort, watching episode after episode, messing with each other. Happier than I'd been for a long time, I rested my head on Maya's shoulder. Before I knew it, I'd fallen asleep. Oh snap, where are we? As usual, the next day Maya and I got to school early, still poking fun at each other for our moment the night before. But as we approached Poppy Hall, I noticed something felt different. A palpable tension hung in the air. It was almost human. Man, what is up with everyone?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is there a test today? Not that I know of. But as we entered the building and turned to the corner, it suddenly made sense. What does the sign say? Hold up. Oh, I gotta move my mic for a second. Hold up. What does the sign say? Only one candidate to trust to keep Asagao moving forward. Paul for president. Hey, I'm done with Paul for president. I don't give a damn. Jared and Paul were arguing amidst the large crowd, spit flying from their mouths, while Nick and Josh walked along the hall, pasting posters of Paul's face over Jared's smiling chest. Hey, look, there's no reason for that. Look, you take that? Bam. Take that? bam. Well, I mean, yeah, or you could like move it up a little so it's not completely covering it, or you move this one like bam over there, move that one bam. Like you can move it. You don't have to blast it right on. Come on. I finally told you to stop and take those posters down. No, what is wrong with you? These walls are for everybody's space. We don't have to listen to you. And you should know that this campaign is way more important than your little fashion show.
No.
But mine was here first. Lay off them. This is between you and me, Jared. Leave them out of it. You've been taking up all the wall space with your show. The student elections are much more important. It's our government. Look, I get he's upset, but come on, just move it down. You have room. Jared even You see it? Look, you see it? Look, bam, bam, bam. You see, he already put his over his own. Why are you even talking about this? The student government doesn't even do anything.
Whoa!
Whoa. As current president, I can say with full knowledge and proper authority that the student government does a ton for the school. You don't even know, Jared. You don't even know. Maya, what does the student government actually... Maya? She wasn't with me anymore. She pried herself between Jared. I was pushing them apart. I ran forward to help her. You guys should stop. Hana! I flinched. Sorry, Hannah. I didn't mean to yell. We want your opinion on something. You're a regular student and a new student. You're uninvolved. Which do you think is more important, our student government or the fashion show? I don't want to choose between you, student government. I think it's the fashion show. It's gonna be a big factor, okay? If I say fashion show, I kind of turn down Jared. But I don't, because I'm just being honest. I think the student government is more fan. Or I could go the I don't want to choose between you route, which makes everybody happy, but makes nobody happy. Either way, I'm making a bad decision. Like, if I say the student government, Jared's gonna be like, what the hell? If I say fashion show, Paul's gonna be like, what the hell? If I say I don't really want to choose, they're both gonna say, what the hell? Or they're both gonna be like, eh. So I'm just gonna be honest. Game is about honesty. Is the best policy.
Oh, I know that's right.
See, Jared, I told you, students were representative, and I will give it to them. You made the right choice, Hannah. You're gonna vote for me, right? He gave me a hug and grin, and I nodded. Part of me felt like if I didn't vote for him, a puppy somewhere would die. Jared, on the other hand, looked irk. Guilt rammed my stomach. Hannah, please come with me to the fashion show. I already gave you a ticket, right? Hopefully it'll change your mind. And participating? I'll show up, though. I'll show up. I won't participate, but I'll show up. It was amazing they even care what I thought. Hannah's usually right about these things. You should listen to her. Maya patted me on the back and I jumped. I forgot she was there. Jared looked at Maya, raising an eyebrow. Are you sure, Maya? Don't you have your own opinion? Why did he bother to ask? Well, if I'm being honest, I care more about the fashion show. I go to the elections because I have to, but I go to the show because I want to. Plus, it raises a lot of money for the school. Money? Whew. Thank you. Halamaril. Alright, he gestured dramatically at Maya, as if her opinion sealed the deal. That's because we made it a fundraiser. My boy Paul. At the 5-minute bell, class was about to start. Jared nodded to us and walked away. Paul opened his mouth as if to say something more, but evidently thought better of it. He headed after Jared with Nick and Josh, thanking them for their help. Being a year ahead of us, their classes would be on the next floor. Maya began to follow them, but I gently pulled her arm. Our classroom was the other way.
Oh, Jared!
Jared! If you ever need any help with the show, I'm here. Her yell echoed through the emptying hallway. Jared, without looking back, raised a hand in acknowledgement. Wincing, I dragged her into the classroom. Alright. After the drama that morning, I wasn't sure what to expect at lunch. I dawdled on my own, making up an excuse about copying notes, hoping whatever tension remained would dissipate while I was gone. When I got to the cafeteria, it seemed like my plan succeeded.
Hannah!
Anna, we saved a spot for you. Get over here. Maya sat at the Northern Boots Club table, looking like she completely belonged. She waved for me to join. I sat down next to her at the edge of the table. Josh was across from me. We made eye contact as I sat down, so I nodded slightly to him. He nodded back. I felt accepted. Hey, how was class, Hannah?
Hey.
Good, thanks. PVG might have already told you, but we're working together on a project. It's going pretty well. I'm doing the pat. Is that Gerard back there? In a shy moment of not wanting to look Nick in the eye, I glanced aside and saw Gerard in the back of the cafeteria with someone I didn't know. Everyone turned to look. He's probably doing some trading. Satch waved a hand. So I borrowed a new tablet the other day, hoping I could use it to make plans for my machine. Satch changed the subject and everyone started talking about it. I, however, kept my concentration on Gerard, who was holding a small figure with same with the girl who was talking to. Were those what they were trading? Those are itty bitty kitties. They're really popular right now. I'm surprised you don't recognize them. They're kitty figures of all different shapes and colors. I have a few myself. You don't know me. I'm hip to the know about these things. You said hip. You used hip. They're pretty cute, but kind of a, girly thing. She shrugged. Gerard is known as the comportatist around here, and every time a new thing gets popular, he collects them. I've never seen his collections, but I heard they're really impressive. You have to be a dedicated person to do something like that. The completionist, was that why he was thorough when giving me a tour? IBK is the thing right now, and last year, too, I think in this first year, there were a lot of people collecting silly, slimy snakes. But that got old fast. It's like remember the silly bands? Yeah, I do. Teachers didn't like everything coated in a thin layer of slime. I still have one in our room. I can show you sometime. Jared tapped Maya on the shoulder and she whirled around, hitting me in the face with her hair. Yep. I wanted to thank you for this morning. Oh, it was nothing. Definitely, I mean it. As Jared and Maya spoke, my eyes went back to Gerard's exchange. The girl pulled a second figure out of her backpack and held both of them up. Gerard inspected it and shook his head. She pulled out another one, sadly this time, and Gerard's face lit up. He held out his figure and they swapped. How bittersweet. Letting go of something you love to get something you would potentially love more. What do you think, Hannah? My attention was pulled away and I hadn't been listening to the conversation. What? Yes or no? After I figure out what this is, I'm ending this, okay? Interesting. Maya gave me a skeptical glance, then turned away. I bowed my head in apology and took one last quick look at the intriguing trade happening. The girl left and Gerard was now talking to a boy with a messy appearance who made exaggerate hand motions. It looked like he had just got out of bed. Was this an art trade?
All right.
So, official announcement in case you haven't heard. We're having a competition tomorrow. Just a little casual something to get us ready for the tournament.
Yeah!
Finally! We've been planning this one since last year's. My attention snapped back to the conversation happening in front of me. Was that what PBG was talking about yesterday? Hannah, Maya, you're invited if you would like to come. Either way is fine, but let me know so I can plan. How does it work? It's a little thing. Some lighthearted fun to start off the new year. Lighthearted fun, my ass. John almost broke Satch's nose last year. Gerard twisted his ankle. Satch delicately raised a hand to his nose.
No.
It was an accident. You forgot the part where you almost passed out from blood loss, Shade. I didn't forget. He looked away. I can never forget. I don't know about this. I'm not very good at video games.
Yeah!
Sure you are, Jared. We'll come.
All right.
Awesome. I'll plan for you to be there. I'm fine with going. Don't worry, Hannah. It's actually fun. You probably won't get hurt. If anything happens, it's just you see the door. leave. As much as I was afraid of possibly losing a limb, I really did want to go. I was glad Maya was there to force me into it. Without her, I would be a lonely transfer, probably eating grass by myself at this very moment. Yeah, sounds fun. Thanks for inviting us. Of course, it would be rude to have you sit with us at lunch and then ban you from our tournaments. Plus, it'll be nice to have someone new competition. I look forward to winning. The rest of lunch passed by comparatively uneventfully, or at least if anything else happened, I didn't notice. I was too busy staring at the food in front of me, enjoying horror mixing in my stomach. There was no way I was going to be even one of those Norobus boys. I would make a fool of myself, but still, I was game to go. It was a privilege nobody else shared. Paul looked at me with what seemed like concern, and I smiled at him. After he grinned and returned to his food. Alright, the least I could do was give it a chance. Right? Alright, I'm ending it here. After a long day, class was finally over and I was ready to go home. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. Oh, did it save right? Let's do 2 saves because I didn't feel secure about that. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!